Hello everyone, welcome to Dark Astro Science, and today in this video I will be discussing the monthly horoscope for the month of October 2021. This month is going to be very significant in terms of planetary transits, the motion, the retrograde motion and the direct motion of the planets, and how they are going to bring different kind of impact in our life. Starting from 1st of October, we have seen that Mercury, Jupiter and Saturn is in its retrograde motion, and these three planets will also turn direct in this month itself, along with some other planetary transits, some crucial energies, and their impact in all our life we will see in this month itself, because this month is going to be very significant regarding these planetary energies, and it will vary from ascendant to ascendant, from people to people, because depending upon our dasa pattern, depending upon the natal position of the planets, our moon sign, our ascendant sign, the impact will be different. Because you see, sun is transiting at present in the sign of Virgo, but on 17th of October it will change the sign and it will enter the sign of Libra. Mars, just like sun, is transiting in the sign of Virgo. On 21st of October, Mars will also enter the sign of Libra. Mercury, which is retrograde in its exaltation sign Virgo, it will turn direct on 18th of October, and it will continue to transit through the sign of Virgo for the whole of this month of October. Talking about Jupiter, Jupiter is in its retrograde motion in its debilitation sign Capricorn, but on 18th of October Jupiter will also turn direct, and it will continue to transit in its that sign of Capricorn. Venus on 2nd of October has entered the sign of Scorpio, and it will continue to transit the sign of Scorpio for this whole of this month. On 31st of October, Venus will change the sign, it will enter the sign of Sagittarius. Saturn is retrograde in its own sign Capricorn, but on 11th of October Saturn will also turn direct, and it will transit in direct motion in its own sign Capricorn. So you see, so many things happening regarding the planets, and very recently, few days back, Rahu has also entered into the nakshatra of Kritika, means in the month of September, few days back. And Ketu is as usual transiting through the sign of Scorpio, Rahu is transiting through the sign of Taurus, Venus is in conjunction with Ketu. Okay, so many things happening regarding all the planets. So depending upon our horoscope, from people to people, this energy of the planets will have different kind of impact. So anytime if you want any consultation with me, check the links in the description section, so that we can have an one-on-one consultation with each other. And now I will be going to discuss the result for different zodiac sign regarding this month of October, regarding all the planets and how they are playing their part during this month. So I will request you to check the result from your ascendant sign first, because it will give you an idea that what is actually going to manifest physically in your life, and then check it from your moon sign, that what impact it is going to bring mentally and emotionally in our life. Okay, and as usual, if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new video you get notified instantly. And your comments are always welcome to me. Write down your queries and opinions in the comment box down below. So come, let us start the monthly horoscope video for the month of October 2021 for all the zodiac signs. For the Aries people, the Lagna Lord Mars will be transiting along with Sun and Mercury. Mercury is getting retrograde in the sign of Virgo, and they will be transiting in the 6th house. So it will be making you very hardworking, very competitive, will bring success in your service sector and job. It will also bring victory over your opponents and enemies. But one thing is that Sun is your 5th lord transiting through the 6th house. So some concerns, some issues regarding your education, regarding your creative skills will pop up during this transit in front of you. So the most important way to deal with it is that organize those things. Find out the things which you need to work upon so that it can give you good results in coming days to come. Mercury is getting retrograde, it is your third lord and sixth lord. So how you are putting your thoughts into actions, how you are implementing your logical and analytical ideas into reality has to be taken care of. Rethink and then you communicate. Rethink and then put your actions into reality. Okay, how you are communicating with your superiors, with your authorities, co-workers, and even subordinates has to be taken care of very nicely. On 18th of October, when Mercury will become direct, so it will give you good results regarding all those things in a more fluent manner. Venus is your seventh lord and second lord, transiting through the sign of Scorpio in the eighth house. Now, Venus will be looking into the second house of wealth, so it will be good for your wealth generation, will be good for your family bonding and your speech. Okay, but Venus is your seventh lord also coming into the eighth house, so there will be some kind of ups and downs. So I will say you that this is the time when you need to give uh, a patience, have patience regarding your marriage and marital matters, regarding your spouse, regarding your joint assets, or even any kind of contract, trade contract, or any kind of contract which you have with your business partners. Give it a time. Okay, don't react or don't make any decision in a hurried manner. I will say don't hurry regarding all these things, since eighth house is the house of transformation and ups and downs. So I will say that allow it to for the perfect time to come and then act upon all those things. Since Venus is a benefic planet, natural benefic planet, and it is transiting through the eighth house, so it will be definitely good for your married life, it will be good for your health also. But the important thing is that it is transiting along with Ketu. So at times you will feel very detached, at times you will feel very spiritual, and that's the reason I'm saying that give it a time. Don't hurry regarding all these things, because this transit will be a shorter one, and then when Venus will be transiting through the ninth house, that time it will give you more good results, I will say. There can be some kind of spiritual inclination towards the occult science, because Venus is our love and luxury and pleasure. Ketu is a very spiritual planet, so suddenly it may happen that you may get inclined towards the occult and spiritual studies also. Rahu will be transiting through the second house in the Kritika Nakshatra, so it will be making you more energetic towards the wealth generation. You may have a innovative idea to fulfill your materialistic desires, so use it in a more productive manner. Saturn and Jupiter both are retrograde in the sign of Capricorn in your 10th house. Now, this transit is a very important one, I will say. Although Jupiter is getting debilitated, but with time, let me repeat, with time, Saturn will cancel the debilitation of Jupiter. Okay, there is a Nij Bhanga Raj Yoga which is also creating in the 10th house. So maybe there are some kind of issues which will be coming up in front of you regarding your career, but slowly and gradually those issues will be taken care of and you will get more good results regarding all those things. Jupiter will be aspecting the second house of wealth family. Jupiter will also be aspecting your sixth house where Sun, Mars, and Mercury is transiting. So, this aspect of Jupiter will be a very good one. Saturn and Jupiter will be aspecting your fourth house together. So, any kind of thing related to your home can happen, means it is a very good time, I will say, to take any kind of decision regarding your home and any luxury or comforts or convenience, I will say, because these two planets when they are aspecting the sign of Cancer, which is your fourth house, it will give good results regarding all those things. So that's it for the Aries people. For the Taurus people, the most important part here is that Rahu is transiting through your first house in the Kritika Nakshatra. So it is giving you some very good confidence in order to take decision in your life. And since it is in the Kritika Nakshatra, so it is making you very energetic regarding fulfilling your whatever desires or materialistic desires which you have. It is giving you that innovative idea to present yourself in front of the whole world. Venus, the Lagna Lord, will be transiting in the 7th house in conjunction with Ketu. Venus is looking into the first house, the Lagna, where Rahu is transiting. So here Venus is also empowering the Lagna. Venus is empowering the Lagna. It is giving you a charismatic personality in front of the whole world. Now this Venus is transiting through the 7th house of marriage. Although it is in conjunction with Ketu, but I will say that it will actually be good for your marriage. As Venus will be transiting more near to Ketu, when it will be in close conjunction with Ketu, there can be a bit of detachment. But I will say that since Venus is the planet of love, pleasure, comforts, and luxuries, so you can have a spiritual mindset towards your spouse. Means there will be a bit of detachment, but again there will be also a sense of universal love towards the spouse, or you will be able to understand the mindset of your spouse. So I will say this is also a very good time to work upon all the things which you actually wanted to make correct regarding your marriage, because since Ketu is a very spiritual planet, it can give you that introspection. Okay, and Venus is the significator of marriage. So take it in one way detachment, take it in one way introspection. So I will say that if you introspect the things regarding your marriage, it will give you more good results regarding this transit of Venus through the 7th house. Saturn and Jupiter will be transiting through the 9th house. So I will say that Saturn is your 10th lord, Jupiter is your 11th lord, transiting through the 9th house. So it is a very good transit overall, I will say. Although Jupiter is getting debilitated, but with time this Saturn will cancel the debilitation. It will take some time, although, but still, if you follow the path of righteousness, if you follow the path of dharma, then this particular transit is also going to give you very good result. Jupiter will be aspecting the first house, which will be giving you a very good personality in front of the whole world. Most importantly, Venus and Jupiter both are aspecting your Lagna. So in front of the whole world you will be having a very good personality. That's the most important part. Jupiter will be also aspecting your 5th house, which will be good for your intellect, for your creative skills, because their Sun, Mars and Mercury is also transiting. Both Saturn and Jupiter will be aspecting your 3rd house, so it will be making you more committed and disciplined towards your creative talents, regarding your hobbies, regarding your efforts and actions. And since Saturn and Jupiter, they are a very slow moving planet, so it will also give you enough time to work upon on your hobbies, your creative talents. It will give you the necessary time so that you can actually get the scope to work upon all those things. Sun, Mars, Mercury will be transiting through your 5th house. Now, along with the aspect of Jupiter, which is a very good thing. So I will say that it will give you a very energetic, very enlightening energy will be acting upon here with the wisdom of Jupiter and intellect of Mercury, regarding your education, regarding your creative talents, or any kind of specialization which you have. Since Mercury is the 5th lord and getting retrograde, so you will be also getting enough opportunities to work upon your creative skills. You may find many things regarding your talent during this transit, which you need to work upon in order to make it more perfect, more innovative, more nice. Okay, because these 3 planets will also be aspecting your 11th house. Sun, Mars and Mercury will be aspecting your 11th house of gains, fulfillment of wishes. So with time you will feel that through your creative skills, through your intelligence, through your education, through your specialization, you are going to get the gains in your life. And on 18th of October, when Mercury will be direct, so that time it will give you more better result, I will say. So that's it for the Taurus people. For the Gemini people, the Lagna Lord Mercury will be transiting through the fourth house in its exaltation sign, but in the retrograde motion. It will be conjunct with Sun and Mars all together. So here, some concerns, some issues will regarding your home, regarding your peace of mind, regarding also your education will be coming up in front of you, where you need to put your energy in order to make it perfect. This three planet will be also aspecting your 10th house of career and profession, so it will also give you good results regarding those your career, profession, and how you are interacting with your boss, how you are interacting with your superiors. On 18th of October, when Mercury will become direct, so it will also give you very good results in terms of your home environment, regarding any kind of projects which you are thinking that you need to work upon, that will give you more proper good success and results regarding your home front and your career after 18th of October, when Mercury becomes direct. Since Sun and Mars is also transiting through the fourth house, so you can be more concerned regarding your homely front. Some kind of issues will come, and you will be able to try to clarify all those things regarding your homely matters. Okay, this is the thing which is actually going on, or it will be going on, which is the most important part during this transit. Rahu will be transiting through your 12th house, and this will give you some spiritual ideas also, and it will also give you some creative ideas regarding how to fulfill your desires. There can be some foreign connections, you can have gains through your foreign clients also, or you can there is a chance that you can go to some faraway place and think about your creative skills, which will be able to give you gains in the longer run and in the coming days to come. Okay, Venus will be transiting through your sixth house along with Ketu. Venus is your 12th lord and 5th lord. Now, there can be some kind of concerns regarding your education, regarding your creative skills. Now, Venus is essentially a very creative planet. Okay, very artistic planet. It is transiting through the sixth house. So, you have to work upon all those things during this transit, because those issues and concerns will be popping up in front of you, so you have to be working on all those things. Since it is transiting along with Ketu, so at times you may feel that a bit detached through your creative skills and talents, but I will say sixth house is the house of hard work. So with hard work, with some patience, and with time, you can overcome all those things. Since it is transiting in the sixth house, so I will say that it will be actually helping out regarding your service sector, regarding your job, your relationship with your superiors and authorities will improve due to this transit of Venus through your sixth house. And since Ketu is also transiting over here, so Ketu transit through the sixth house, I will say that it is normally good. The transit of Ketu through the sixth house is normally considered very good, because it gives you a very good outset towards your hard work and your service. Saturn and Jupiter will be transiting in your 8th house, both retrograde. Saturn in its own house, Jupiter is getting debilitated. So, any kind of matter regarding your marriage, regarding your in laws, regarding your spouse, um, any business contracts, okay, joint assets, those are the things where you will be feeling that I need some time to work upon it. So I will say that these two planets are very slow moving planets. Don't hurry regarding all those things, try to give it a time, work upon it, slowly and steadily, and then you will find that slowly and gradually you are getting the solutions out of it. Because 8th house is the house of secrecy. It is also the house where you can find the rarest of the gems with time, because 8th house also deals with mining. Okay, so I will say that since Saturn is the ninth lord coming into the 8th house, initially you may feel that your luck is not supporting you, but don't forget Saturn is also your 8th lord. So it will be helping out in with time in this, through this transit. One thing, the most important part here, that since it is your 8th lord Saturn, so it will be good for your health also. It will be actually improving your vitality. Only one thing, you need to be careful regarding your health own self also, because Saturn will help you. It is also requiring your own free will to work upon it. Jupiter is getting retrograde, debilitated, but it will be aspecting your 4th house where Sun, Mars, and Mercury is transiting. So it will be actually providing its wisdom regarding any kind of issues regarding your 4th house, regarding your home, regarding your education. Okay, it will be actually helping you out. Jupiter will aspect your 12th house also, and this aspect on the 12th house and transit through the 8th house will actually be good for your spiritual and occult inclinations, regarding any kind of secret knowledge which you actually want to gain. So that will be helpful during this transit. So that's it for the Gemini people. For the Cancer ascendant people or the Cancer people, Sun, Mars, and Mercury will be transiting through your 3rd house, and Mercury is getting retrograde in the sign of Virgo in the 3rd house, along with the aspect of Jupiter, which is falling on the 3rd house. So I will say that these three planets transiting through the 3rd house will be a very good one, because you will be able to put your efforts, your energy into action, your thoughts into your action. Only one thing, since it is the house of communication, it is also the house of efforts and actions. Your 3rd lord Mercury is getting retrograde. So how you are communicating, how you are putting your logical and analytical intellect into reality, please rethink and then put it into action, because it is getting retrograde. Okay, how you are communicating with people, how you are socializing with the nearby people, with your immediate environment, has to be taken care of. Um since Sun and Mars is also transiting through the 3rd house along with the 3rd lord Mercury, so any kind of efforts and actions, if you are taking it properly and putting into action, it will definitely lead to success. The most important thing, another thing, is that Mars will be aspecting by its 8th aspect the 10th house of profession and career. So it is also the 10th lord aspecting the 10th house, so it will be good for your career also, it will be good for your profession also. And transit, normally the transit of Sun and Mars through the 3rd house is considered to be very good, because it gives you overall success regarding any kind of ventures you want to take. Only you need to be very specific regarding what type of work you are doing. I will say that if you put your efforts in a productive work, in a productive manner, that will give you more good results. Okay, otherwise this transit is going to be very good. Look for 18th of October, because on 18th of October Mercury is getting direct, your 3rd lord. So that time your communication skills will improve, your implementation of logical and analytical ideas will also improve. Coming to the 5th house, your 4th lord and 11th lord Venus is transiting through the 5th house. Now 4th lord coming into the 5th house, transiting and looking into the 11th house, its own sign Taurus, Venus, will give you good result. It will be good for your creative skills, it will be good for your education also, and your intellect also. But here it is transiting with Ketu in the sign of Scorpio. So at times you may feel detached, at times you may feel that you need some isolation in order to improve your creative skills. It may happen that you will be wanting a free space for yourself, so that you can work upon, you can research upon your own creative talent and creative skills. So I will say that this is a very good time to work upon all those things. This is not the time to put forward yourself in front of the whole world. Rather, this is the time to jot down all the talents and creative skills where you want to put your actions, put your efforts, because don't forget, fifth house is third from the third house. Okay, so it is a very good time that since Venus is looking into the 11th house of gains. So if you work upon all those things, then you can have gains through all your creative talent and intellect. Okay, Saturn and Jupiter will be transiting through the 7th house. So it is actually making you very committed, very disciplined regarding your marriage. The transit of Jupiter through the 7th house is normally considered very good because it brings happiness, overall happiness in your married life. Although it is getting debilitated, it is retrograde, but I will say with time, cancellation of debilitation will also occur to Jupiter. And this is the time I will say that to take care of any kind of marital matters, any kind of issues regarding your spouse, regarding your marriage, regarding your business partners, regarding your trade and business. It is giving you ample opportunities to work upon all those things, because very soon on 18th of October, just like Mercury, Jupiter will also get direct, and on 11th of October, Saturn will also get direct. So that time these two planets will become, I will say that they will give you more direct results, that the things which you have thought, now it will give you results according to that. So it is giving you the ample opportunities now to act upon the things which you wanted to take care in the past but you didn't get the opportunity. Now it is giving you the opportunity, work upon all those things, because very soon it will become direct. So that time you have to work on the new things. Okay, Rahu will be transiting in your 11th house in the Kritika Nakshatra, so it will be giving you more innovative approach, more out of box thinking regarding your connection with your large organizations, regarding your network circle, your friends, and how you are going to get your gains, how you are going to fulfill your wishes and hopes. Okay, so those innovative ideas will be given to you by Rahu so that you can actually fulfill your materialistic desires in your life. So that's it for the Cancer people. For the Leo people, Sun will be transiting in the second house. Sun is your Lagna lord. Sun is getting conjunct with Mars and Mercury, which is getting retrograde in the second house in the sign of Virgo. Mars is your ninth and fourth lord. Mercury is your 11th lord and second lord. So I will say that it is actually creating multiple dhani yogas in the second house. This is the first thing. This is the time when there will be some unexpected gains and some calculated gains and wealth generation in your life. Since Mercury is retrograde, so it can happen that it can give you some different kind of ideas regarding investment, regarding any kind of decision regarding to your wealth and finance. But since Mercury is retrograde, so I will say that regarding these decisions, you need to be very careful that that whatever, where you are investing the money and how you are taking decision regarding your wealth, or what you are speaking, because it is also the house of speech, how you are communicating with your family members, has to be taken care of very carefully. Any kind of unnecessary expenditures has to be uh, reduced or has to be decreased, because Sun and Mars is also transiting through the second house. On 18th of October, when Mercury will become direct, so that time decision regarding your wealth, finance will become much more easier and will give you more gains than it will be now, because now it is getting retrograde. So wait till 18th of October and then any kind of financial and wealth related decision should be taken. Sun, Mars and Mercury will be aspecting your 8th house. So I will say that there can be some issues regarding your joint assets also. Uh, be careful regarding all those things and take decision only after rethinking it many times. There only put your actions, your thoughts into actions. Okay, although there will be the aspect of Jupiter on the second house, but still you need to be very careful regarding all those things. Saturn and Jupiter will be transiting through your sixth house, so it is actually making you very service oriented. It is actually giving you the necessary wisdom to how to put your energies into proper perfection and hard work. Your job and service sector will be much more better. Your relationship with your authorities, your superiors, your subordinates will be improved during this time. It will be actually making you very much service minded, very service oriented, which will bring success slowly and gradually in your job and service sector. Since Jupiter is transiting through the sixth house, although it is the eighth lord coming into the sixth house, so it is creating a Viparit Raj Yoga, and it is also your fifth lord coming into the sixth house getting debilitated. So some kind of issues regarding your education, regarding your intellect, your creative skills has to be taken care of, because some concerns will be popping up. It had been popping up, and so before it is getting direct on 18th of October, this is the time when you needed to work upon all those things so that it can give you good results in coming days to come. Okay, Jupiter transit through the sixth house, I will say, along with Saturn getting retrograde and debilitated. So I will say that take care of your health. It is the time to take care of your health, have maintained proper discipline, because that will give you more good results regarding your health and personality. The aspect of Jupiter on the 10th house will be a good one, where Rahu is transiting in the Kritika Nakshatra, so it will give you some innovative approach regarding your work. It can actually make you more energetic in order to get the proper success in your life. So it can actually sometimes create a problem with your superiors also. So I will say that use your energy in a more productive manner, be innovative but be more productive, so that it can actually balance the work life and your gains through your work and profession in a more balanced manner, I will say. Venus and Ketu will be transiting through the fourth house. Venus is your 10th lord. Venus will be aspecting Rahu. So Rahu is actually getting aspect from Venus and Jupiter both, which is a good thing. Which will be good for your career and profession. Venus is the significator of the fourth house. Transiting through the fourth house is actually good for your home, for your homely environment, for your peace of mind. Since it is transiting along with Ketu, so it can happen that you will be wanting a more secluded, solitude, isolated place at your home, so that you can be finding your peace of mind more nicely. You will be feeling that leave me alone as I am, don't disturb me, because that will give me more good peace of mind. So I will say that any kind of luxury or comforts, you will be enjoying all those things, but you will be wanting also a isolated, secluded place within your home. Okay, so don't overdo anything, just try to be normal, and it will give you good results with days to come. Okay, so that's it for the Leo people. For the Virgo people, Sun, Mars, Mercury is transiting through the first house itself. Mercury is the first lord and getting retrograde. So here it is making you very energetic, very confident, but your decision making, your intellect has to be put into action after many times of rethinking. Means you have to rethink regarding your decision making, and how you are putting your words and your thoughts into action has to be taken care of more nicely, because Mercury is getting retrograde. Obviously the transit of Sun and Mars and Mercury through your first house is making you very confident. Your personality is improving. People will be looking at you as a very powerful, intelligent person. Okay, now how you are interacting with the people, how you are communicating with the people has to be taken care of. And Mercury is also your 10th lord coming into this first house, making you self sufficient, making you confident regarding your work. Since it is retrograde, so anything regarding your work and profession also, any work you do, be careful that you are rethinking it, recompiling it in your mind, and then you are putting into action. That will give you more good results. Although Jupiter will be aspecting Lagna, so that will give you a good personality in front of the whole world. People will be respecting you for your knowledge, for your intellect, for your power and energy. Jupiter will be aspecting the ninth house also, so that will be giving you more. I will say that will be good for your fortune and luck. Rahu is transiting in your ninth house, so that will actually make you a bit spiritual. At the same time, it is transiting in the Kritika Nakshatra, so it is giving you more energy to fulfill your desires, to use your luck in order to put forward, be more energetic, to know more innovative knowledge regarding spiritual stuffs, regarding philosophy, regarding law. Okay, you can have a bit curiosity, or I will say inclination towards the foreign cultures also, to know about the foreign culture, to meet people of various spiritual communities. At times it may happen that you may think innovatively, out of box thinking, away from the which is away from the rules and regulations which were set by your elders, your guru or your father. So make sure that you are using your energy in a more productive manner. Okay, that you have to be very careful of. Venus will be aspecting the ninth house, which will be actually good for your luck and fortune. It will be also maintaining a very good relationship with your father, with your guru, with your elders. Okay, that will be a good thing. The aspect of Venus and Jupiter on the ninth house, that is a good thing. Saturn and Jupiter will be transiting in your fifth house. So it is actually making you very disciplined, very committed towards your education, towards your intellect, towards your learning new things, creative talents. Although Jupiter is getting debilitated, it is your fourth and seventh lord getting debilitated in the fifth house. So I will say that this is the time where you need to be very careful regarding any kind of romantic affairs which you are thinking that you may have, or you had. Okay, be very careful regarding how you are implementing those things in your life. Secondly, since it is your fourth lord coming into the fifth house and getting debilitated, so your education, your intellect has to be taken care of, and the things which you are learning, make sure that you are doing the things in a correct manner. Although there will be the debilitation will be cancelled by Saturn with time, but initially the things will be there which you have to take care of. Venus and Ketu will be transiting through your third house, and Ketu, normally the transit of Ketu through the third house is considered good. Okay, and Venus here will be making you very creative, but since Ketu is also the planet of detachment, so you will be feeling that means the discipline in order to make anything very much correct and perfect. You may feel that I can do it in my own way, not in that rigorous way, in that disciplined and that organized manner. You will be doing it in your own way. You will be passionate, but you will be doing it in a more secluded manner, means your hobbies, your creative talents, how you are communicating. So this is the time when you may, although Venus likes socializing, but since it is transiting with Ketu, so I will say that here you will be actually working on your social skills also in seclusion, so that it can give you good results in the coming days to come. So that's it for the Virgo people. For the Libra people, the first lord Venus will be transiting in the second house along with Ketu in the sign of Scorpio. Normally, the transit of Venus through the second house is considered very good because it is good for your wealth, finance, speech, your morals and values, and your relationship with your family members, and anything related to family. But this time it is transiting with Ketu, so at times you may feel a bit detached from your family, but again you can also have a spiritual connection with your family members and anything related to family. You will not be at the forefront, but yes, in isolation or in seclusion you will be attached with your family. Any decision regarding your wealth and finance, I will say that don't take it now. Yes, definitely, since it is transiting with Ketu, so you can make research, you can work upon all those things regarding your finance and wealth in isolation, in seclusion, and later on you can use those ideas into reality. So I will say that this is the time to introspect regarding your family matters, regarding your speech, regarding your values, your wealth. This is not the time to put into reality. Okay. Saturn and Jupiter is transiting through the fourth house. So, any kind of matter regarding your home, regarding your homely environment, your peace of mind, your mother, your health of your mother, okay, that can be coming in front of you. So, this is the time when you need to take care of all those things. There is a chance that anything related to your home which you didn't take care in the past can come in front of you. So now you will be, Saturn and Jupiter will give you the commitment, discipline and wisdom to work upon all those things, to solve those problems and make your home a better place to live in, so that it can actually give you a proper happiness, peace of mind in the coming days to come. Because don't forget, Saturn is your fourth lord. It has the responsibility to give you happiness. Okay, so I will say that here Saturn and Jupiter together, they will be giving you ample opportunities to work upon all those things. Together they will be aspecting the 10th house, so it will also bring good results regarding your career and profession with time, because Jupiter is debilitated. With time they will be giving you good opportunities regarding your career and profession. Jupiter will be aspecting your 8th house and your 12th house also. In the 8th house, Rahu is transiting, which is also receiving the aspect from Venus and Jupiter. So in the 8th house, Rahu is transiting, and it will be giving you, means you may have sudden gains. The relationship with your in-laws has to be taken care of. You can have some innovative ideas regarding research, regarding occult science, spiritual knowledge. Okay, you can have certain inclinations towards those things also. I will say that take care regarding any matter, your trade contracts, your joint assets. Okay, be very careful regarding those things while you are dealing with all those things. Any matter regarding your marriage has to be taken care of, because normally the transit of Rahu in the 8th house, I will say that it will give you many things. 8th house is the house of transformation and ups and downs, so it can give you sudden gains also. So the thing is how you are utilizing your energies, your, because Rahu is our desire. Okay, so how you are utilizing your energy in a productive manner, that has to be taken care of. One thing, the most important part here is that take care of your health. Secondly, don't hurry regarding any decision regarding all those things, regarding your marriage, your in-laws and joint assets, any trade contract and all those things. Okay, be very careful regarding that. Although it is getting the aspect from Venus and Jupiter, but still I will say give it some time, have patience, and slowly and gradually you will see that things will work in favor of you. Although Rahu is transiting through the Kritika Nakshatra, it is making you very energetic. Still, I will say, work it through your patience. Okay. Sun, Mars, Mercury will be transiting through your 12th house, so it will be giving you a more spiritual outset. Okay, more energetic regarding to know regarding the spiritual ideas. Okay, since Mercury is the 12th lord, Sun is the 11th lord. Okay, so it can happen that if you're connected with any kind of multinational company, or you can have gains from the foreign faraway places also. You can, if you are having any foreign client, then you can have gain through that also. Okay, since Mercury is getting retrograde, so you will be actually thinking of that how to implement your energy, your intellect, to know more spiritual things in a better manner. So it will be giving you the ample time to work upon it. And on 18th of October, when Mercury becomes direct, so it will give you more better result regarding that. Yes, one thing, sleep can be an issue, but don't worry. On 17th of October, when Sun enters the sign of Libra in the first house. Okay, and on 21st of October, when Mars will enter the sign of Libra, and 18th of October Mercury is getting direct, so that time these problems will actually reduce regarding your sleep issues and all. Okay, Mars will be aspecting the 7th house through its 8th aspect. So your relationship with your spouse, how you are interacting with your spouse regarding any kind of marriage matters, okay, has to be taken care of very calmly in a peaceful manner. Okay, at times you may feel irritated, but you have to be very calm and patience. You must have the patience to work on all those things. So that's it for the Libra people. For the Scorpio people, the Lagna Lord Mars will be transiting with Sun, retrograde Mercury in the 11th house in the sign of Virgo. So the transit of these three planets through the 11th house is normally considered to be very good, because these three planets transit through the 11th house will actually give you gains from multiple areas of life. um, there is a chance that you can have recognition from your authorities, you can have success in your in any type of ventures which you want to take. Your intellect, your logical abilities will give you gains, means how you are implementing your intellect in your work, that can give you gains in your life, because Sun is your 10th lord, Mercury is your 11th lord transiting through the 11th house. Although Mercury is getting retrograde, so now it is actually giving you ample time to think about where to put your intelligence in order to give you, so that you can get lots and lots of gains. Okay, it may happen that because of this transit of this three planet, you can have many opportunities in your life, so that you can use those things to have gains. Your hopes and wishes will be fulfilled, okay, for the coming days to come. So I will say that it's a good transit. Venus is transiting along with Ketu in the first house, so actually it is giving you a charismatic personality, a charming personality, but at the same time it is also making you to introspect over your own thinking pattern, over your own personality, that how can you present yourself in front of the whole world. See, Venus is beauty and Ketu is detachment. Ketu is also very spiritual. Introspective ideas comes from Ketu, because it is allowing you to think inside. Okay, so here I will say that it is giving you the proper time and space to think about your own personality, so that you can put forward in front of the whole world in the coming days to come in a more proper and nice manner. So work upon all those things. Otherwise I will say that that aspect of Venus on the 7th house where Rahu is transiting will be a very good one, because it will be actually giving you a very good nice time to spend with your spouse. Your marital matters will improve during this time. So as I'm talking about all these things, let me talk about Rahu also, because Rahu is transiting through Kritika Nakshatra in the 7th house. So it is actually suddenly getting that fiery power of Kritika Nakshatra. Okay. Any decision making regarding your marriage, regarding your business partnerships and all will be taken care of, because in a more prompt manner, because of this transit of Rahu. But don't overdo anything, because it can also create some kind of problems in married life also, because in order to fulfill your desires, in order to make your materialistic desire come true, don't do anything something extra, because Rahu will make you think innovative. Okay, so I will say that use your energy in a more productive manner, so that it can give you good results. Okay, Saturn and Jupiter will be transiting through your third house. It will be giving you more committed approach towards your efforts, towards your energy, your hobbies and creative talents, how you are communicating with the your nearby environment, your social environment. Okay, although Jupiter is getting debilitated in the third house, so you may feel that the hobbies or creative talents which you are working upon, you may feel that suddenly you are losing the interest in all those things. But I will say that this is the time that you need to have the discipline and commitment along with the wisdom also. So work upon all those things, work upon your creative talents, work upon your hobbies. If necessary, give time to learn new things, new sets of skills, so that you can use it in a coming days to come in a more proper manner, because Saturn will give you the discipline and commitment. Okay, and slowly and gradually it will also cancel the debilitation of Jupiter in the third house, so that will give you a new set of insight to work on your hobbies, your talents, and how you are communicating with your social environment, because Jupiter in the third house will definitely expand your social environment. Only one thing, since Jupiter is transiting through the third house, do not commit to any kind of project which you are unsure of how the completion is going to be. Means if you are completely sure of anything, then only commit it towards the people who are asking for it. Otherwise, you may feel that people are misusing your benevolence. Okay, so that thing only you have to be very careful of. So that's it for the Scorpio people. For the Sagittarius people, Lagna Lord Jupiter will be transiting through the second house in the debilitated and retrograde motion along with Saturn. So I will say this is the time that you need to actually be more calm and patient regarding your wealth and finance. Do not take any decision regarding your wealth and finance abruptly. Take some time, think about it, and then only take the decision. Otherwise, that can create some kind of problem. Jupiter will be aspecting the 10th house, which is a good thing. Mercury is getting retrograde in the 10th house, which is the 10th lord. So wait till 18th of October regarding any kind of issue regarding your career and profession. Wait till 18th of October, when Mercury and Jupiter both will actually become direct. So that time, the transit of Sun, Mars, and Mercury will give you good results. Although on 17th of October, Sun will be transiting through the 11th house and it will get debilitated in the sign of Libra, but Mercury will be there in the 10th house. Okay, Mars will enter the sign of Libra on 21st of October. Okay, but Mercury will be there for the month of October in the 10th house. So that time, this Mercury in a direct motion will give you more good results. It will actually allow you to put forward your logical and analytical intelligence in a more proper manner. Okay, so till then, work on your career and profession, work on your stuffs, but don't overdo anything, and rethink properly what you are doing, how you are speaking to your boss, and how you are speaking to your authorities, how you are communicating with them. Rethink regarding all those things, then that can give you more proper and good results. Normally the transit of Sun and Mars to these 10th house is considered to be very good, because they will be giving you the proper authority and energy in order to put forward your actions and concentrated efforts in a proper manner, because they will become they will get the directional strength. Okay, but since Mercury is getting retrograde as the 10th lord, so rethink regarding what approach you are actually applying in your work. Okay, Venus, your 11th lord, will be transiting through the 12th house and along with Ketu. So, here this transit of Venus and Ketu through the 12th house is actually making you very spiritual, a bit detached. You will be loving to get isolated, you will love to get the solitude and the seclusion. It can actually give you gains from the foreign people also, from the foreign land also. You may also love to go to some foreign place and enjoy the solitude. Okay, to enjoy the comforts and luxuries of your life, because Venus is the significator of comforts and luxuries. Okay, although Ketu is the detachment, so it can happen that you may love to go to some foreign place alone. Okay, and enjoy the life. Okay, This is also a very good time to incline yourself towards spiritual and to spiritual way of living. Okay, so that can also give you very good time. Gains will be there. Suppose if you are associated with any kind of MNCs, multinational companies, or any foreign clients, then you can have gains through them also. Rahu will be transiting through your sixth house and in the Kritika Nakshatra. So I will say that it will actually give you success in all the efforts which you want. Suppose if you are associated with means any service sector or job, it will be actually giving you good results regarding that, because it is actually getting the aspect of Jupiter and Venus both. So now you are putting your efforts in a proper manner. So more you use your energetic the fiery energy of Kritika Nakshatra, where Rahu is transiting through now, so it will give you more proper and good results regarding that. Another thing is that you can use your innovative idea because of this Rahu in order to make your work done, because yes, definitely it will make you hardworking, and you will be using your out of box thinking so that you can have gains more and more in your life. So that's it for the Sagittarius people. For the Capricorn people, Saturn and Jupiter will be transiting through the first house. This transit of Jupiter over your first house is actually a good one, I will say. Although it is getting debilitated, so what? It is transiting through the first house, it is getting the directional strength. So slowly and gradually it will be getting the cancellation of debilitation from Saturn. But I will say that initially when Saturn was transiting alone in the first house, so that was creating more responsibilities and commitment in front of the whole world towards you. But now this transit of Jupiter along with Saturn will actually be a sigh of relief for you. And I will say that now it will actually be good for your personality and health also. Since it is getting debilitated, so I will say that any kind of decision making, any kind of responsibility and commitment which you are actually taking, make sure that wherever you are putting your energy, where you are putting your actions, make sure that you are doing it properly, because Jupiter is your third lord. So be very careful regarding that. Otherwise I will say that this transit of Jupiter through the first house will be a good one, and with time you will feel that yes, it is getting the cancellation of debilitation, and it is making your life more easy in the coming days to come. Venus and Ketu will be transiting through your 11th house. Normally the transit of Venus through the 11th house is considered good, because it will bring happiness, comforts and luxuries in your life. It will actually improve the gains and profits which you are thinking of. It will bring all those things in your life. But since it is transiting along with Ketu, so I will say that now you need to introspect, now you need to be more researchful regarding how and when and how much gains and profits you can have through your work, because Venus is your 10th lord of karma, career, profession. Okay, so where to put your energy, how to work, and how that work can give you lots and lots of gains. Introspect regarding all those things, that can give you good results regarding this transit. Sun, Mars, Mercury will be transiting through your ninth house, and Mercury will be transiting through this ninth house in the sign of Virgo in the retrograde motion. So it will allow you to learn new ideas, new philosophical ideas, or even it will help you in your higher education. So suppose if you are thinking to introspect regarding your education or something like that, or higher learning, or any kind of religious rituals or religious knowledge which you want to gain during this time will help you. You can work upon it, and you can also have religious discourses, spiritual discourses. You can have long travels to religious places. It can help you during this time. The transit of Sun through the ninth house will be helping you to get connect with the religious communities. You can meet religious people or spiritual people during this time, and all these Sun, Mars and Mercury will be aspecting your third house. So I will say that it will actually be good for your hobbies, creative talents. If you are connected with publishing industry, or you are a writer or a poet or even a teacher, then it can be helpful. Your communication with your father, with your guru, with your elder will be improved during this time, because Mercury is your ninth lord itself. So I will say that this transit will be a fruitful one. Since Mars is also transiting through your ninth house, so I will say that be a bit more easy regarding your religious ideas. Don't force it on others. Otherwise, I will say that as soon as Mercury becomes direct on 18th of October, you will feel that your luck and fortune is actually supporting you regarding your way of life, and regarding means whatever work you do, and whatever how you are putting your intellect, your thinking into your actions. Okay, so that time it will be giving you more better results. Rahu will be transiting through your fifth house. It will be allowing you to gain new skills, creative skills, good for your creative intelligence also, because it is actually making you very creative. It can happen that you may get into you may get to know about foreign cultures and foreign means any kind of customs and rituals also, because since it is transiting through the fifth house of knowledge and intelligence. Okay, so the thing is that you have to put those knowledge and creative talents in a more productive manner, because since it is the transiting through the fifth house, it can give you actually fame in front of the society, in front of the whole world. Okay, so use it in a proper manner so that you can gain more good results, because it is getting the aspect of Jupiter and Venus. So from the ninth house, sorry, from the first house Jupiter is aspecting it, and from the 11th house Venus is aspecting Rahu. So that will be a very good thing. The aspect of Jupiter on the ninth house is actually good for your ninth lord Mercury also, because that will be actually enhancing your luck and fortune. So use it in a more productive manner, because on 18th of October Mercury is getting direct. Use it in a more productive manner. Then that's it for the Capricorn people. For the Aquarius people, your Lagna Lord Saturn and Jupiter will be transiting in the 12th house in conjunction with each other. Both of them will be retrograde. Since Saturn is the Lagna Lord transiting through the 12th house, so I will say take care of your health. Since it is the 12th Lord itself transiting with a planet like Jupiter, so it will actually make you a bit more spiritual. Spiritual knowledge, religious ideas, meeting the people of spiritual communities. You can also move to some faraway place and foreign lands to gain the spiritual way of living. Okay, that will be a possibility. Saturn will be aspecting the second house of wealth, family, through its third aspect. So I will say that uh, take care regarding your wealth. Since it is transiting with your second lord Jupiter, take care regarding your wealth. Don't make any kind of unwanted expenditure during this transit. This is the first thing which I will say. Take care regarding your health also, because Jupiter is getting debilitated, which is the 11th lord, and Saturn is the first lord. Both are in conjunction in the 12th house of loss. Okay, so take care regarding your wealth, finance, your health. Okay, regarding your personality also, you may feel that isolation, seclusion, solitude can give you more better results. So if possible, then you can work on in isolation, in learning spiritual stuffs of life. That will be giving you more better results. Jupiter will be aspecting the fourth house where Rahu is transiting. So that time it will give you more better results, because I will say that this transit of Rahu in the fourth house getting aspect from Jupiter and Venus. Jupiter is aspecting from the 12th house, Venus is aspecting from the 10th house. So the Rahu transit through the fourth house will be a good one, because it will be actually good for your luxuries or comforts. You will be thinking of that how to fulfill your desires regarding your home, regarding your homely environment, um, means you will be always thinking that how to make it more nice. Okay, so that will be the obsession and desire through this transit of Rahu through the Kritika Nakshatra. Okay, so this Rahu will be giving you better results regarding this by this manner. Venus and Ketu will be transiting through the 10th house. So since Venus is your ninth lord coming into the 10th house, so it is actually applying its luck and fortune, the divine blessing into the 10th house of work and career and profession. So you will feel that your luck and fortune is supporting you. But since it is transiting along with Ketu, so you will be actually introspecting, and this is the time, I will say, this is the time to introspect your work. At times you may feel detached from your work environment. You may feel that yes, I can do it, but I am, you may feel detached. Okay, you means you know the work, but still you may feel detached. So I will say that this is the time of introspection, this is the time of research, that how can you put your work into action more nicely, in a more better manner. Because Venus is your ninth lord, Venus is your luck and fortune. Okay, it is the divine blessing, it is coming in the 10th house, so you are applying that divine blessing in your work. So since it is transiting along with Ketu, so you may feel detached. The most important and practical remedy to it is that introspect your work, how you are putting, means it may happen that you can find a new way that how you are applying your efforts in a more nice manner, you can get a proper solution to it during this transit. Sun, Mars, and Mercury will be transiting through the 8th house. Sun is your 7th lord coming into the 8th house. So, some kind of concerns and issues regarding your marriage may suddenly pop up in front of you. Take care regarding that. Give some time to it. Take care regarding your health also, because Sun is your vitality. Don't forget, take care regarding your health. Since Mars is also transiting through the 8th house, don't hurry regarding any matter. Your speech has to be taken care of, because Sun, Mars, and Mercury is transiting through the 8th house, looking into the 2nd house of speech. Okay, take care regarding your speech, take care regarding what you speak, because it may happen that later on you may feel that, oh, I shouldn't have said all these things. Mercury is retrograde, so how, what you are thinking and how you are putting it, logical and analytical intellect, in front of your whole life, means during this transit, more specifically with your marital matters, with your spouse, in-laws, or any kind of contract regarding your business, joint assets, take care regarding it very nicely. Rethink, think about it. When you feel that yes, everything is correct, then only apply it into reality. Otherwise, take some time, because on 18th of October, when Mercury will become direct, it will give you more better results. Okay, otherwise, have patience, be calm, and work on the deeper aspect of your life in a more calm manner. Okay, that will give you more better results. So that's it for the Aquarius people. For the Pisces people, Jupiter is your first lord and 10th lord, transiting in the sign of Capricorn in the 11th house in conjunction with Saturn. Since it is getting debilitated, it is the very important planet for the Pisces people. It is the 10th lord and first lord getting debilitated in the 11th house. So I will say that there can be some kind of issues regarding your career and profession which will be coming up in front of you, but slowly and gradually these issues will be cleared off, and you will be getting multiple opportunities also, because it is transiting through the 11th house, and slowly and gradually the cancellation of debilitation will occur. Okay, Saturn will do it. Since Saturn is a slow moving planet, it will happen with time. And this Jupiter will also give you good results regarding that, because since it has just entered the sign of Capricorn, some issues will be coming up initially, and you will also get the solution to it, to how to act upon all those things, and slowly and gradually you will feel that yes, the clouds are clearing off, and you will see the ray of hope or the ray of sunlight. Okay, Rahu will be transiting in the Kritika Nakshatra in the sign of Taurus in the third house. So it will actually give you success through your efforts, through your actions, and it will make you very energetic regarding what type of actions you want to take. Make you very creative regarding your creative skills, your talent, your hobbies. Okay. So I will say that this transit of Rahu through the third house will be a good one. It will actually bring success in your life. Venus and Ketu will be transiting through your ninth house. Normally, the transit of Venus through the ninth house is considered good because it brings good relationship with your father, with your guru, with your elder, good communication with them, luxuries, comforts, pleasure, happiness in your marital life also. Both spiritually and materialistically, it brings normally good happiness. Since it is transiting with Ketu, so now it is making you more spiritual than religious. Okay, so you will be loving to meet people with spiritual communities. Venus will be aspecting the third house. It will be enhancing your creative skills. Jupiter will be also aspecting the third house. Okay, so it will actually enhance the multiple talents which you have. So I will say that with time, this Venus transit through the ninth house along with Ketu, you will feel that now you are turning into a more spiritual being than a religious one. Okay, so your way of life will be a more spiritual. You may meet people of spiritual communities. It can also happen that you may have some travels, okay, to have some spiritual discourses. Okay, some spiritual knowledge, some higher spiritual knowledge can also you can take, because Ketu is detachment, but again, this Venus Ketu can make you do the introspection and research regarding all those knowledge, spiritual knowledge. Okay. Sun, Mars, and Mercury will be transiting through the seventh house. This transit has to be taken care of very nicely, I will say. Even means I will say that more important even than the transit of Jupiter. This transit has to be taken care of more nicely because Mercury is retrograde. Sun, Mars, Mercury transiting through the seventh house. Normally, they will bring issues regarding your marriage, regarding your business partners, regarding any kind of matters regarding your spouse. Okay, although Mercury is your seventh lord, but it is getting direct retrograde. Okay, so till it becomes direct, take care regarding any matter of your marriage more cautiously and nicely. Give time, rethink about it, and then take the decision. Since Sun is transiting over the seventh house, be more cooperative. Don't hesitate to take the cooperation from your spouse. Okay, there is no space for ego. Since Mars is transiting, this is the time. Take the compromising approach. If you take the compromising approach, it will actually help the bonding between you and your spouse be more nice. Okay. Mercury is transiting. I will say that use your logical and analytical intellect, but in order to only in order to clear the disputes, clear the conflicts, improve the communication between you and your spouse. It is retrograde, so think properly, then act. On 18th of October, when it is getting direct, so that time this Mercury transit will give you more better results. Okay, so that's it for the Pisces people. So that's it from my side, and if you have liked this video, press the like button. So anytime if you want a consultation from me, check the links in the description section. Share the video to your near and dear ones so that they can come to know regarding how the planets are going to play their part for their zodiac sign. Your comments are always welcome to me as usual. Write down in the comment box down below, and if you are new to this channel, click onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon. So till then, for the next time when I come back, I will be coming back with some interesting video. Signing off for today, thanking you, bye bye.